Slideshow, ladies and gentlemen. Stumbled along those words beautifully. Thank you. Can we get 2 more volunteers, please, to come up on stage? This you get to be more interactive and touchy-feely with the actors. Anyone want to touch any of these fine individuals? No? Are you sure? How about you, man, that's speaking to that guy and not paying attention? Would you like to come up on stage, please? Yay! How about both of you guys? You can hold hands. Round of applause for this couple of people. Don't worry, it's very easy. Names? Your name, sir? I'm Mark. Mark, and your name, ma'am? Lindsay. Lindsay, can you please stand behind Pierce? Mark, can you please stand behind Mike? Mark and Mike, Lindsay, Pierce. This is a game called Puppetmasters. Mark and Mike and Mark, and that's going to be confusing. Mike and Pierce are your puppets. Mark and Kelsey. Jesse. Lindsay. Thing 1 and thing 2. Alright, so they're your puppets. They can do nothing unless you move them. So for example, if you want to raise Pierce's hand, you can lift it and leave it there. If you want to turn Mike's head, you can turn it from side to side. Not 360, it won't go all the way around. If you want them to put their arms down, you can put them down. You can bend them over. You can lift them up. If you'd like locomotion, which is always good in the scene, you can tap them behind the legs, and they will move a leg forward each time. Tap them on the front of the leg, they'll move a leg backwards. You can twist them, bend them, do whatever you wish. They are your life-size Gumby dolls. Please don't make them fight or do anything lewd and weird. And don't walk them off the edge of the stage. But other than that, they are yours. Don't make them speak. They can do that on their own. Moving someone's lips is a little weird. So, can I get as a suggestion for this scene a very manly occupation, like a lumberjack or something? That's also a lumberjack, or similar. Something like a professional logging. Okay, they are professional loggers, Puppetmasters, and follow their lead in 3, 2, and 1.
All right, I'm about ready to write up this blog.
We gotta log all of this information about our last trip.
All these trees that we cut down, we gotta log it all in.
All right, I'm gonna come look at this computer and check the progress.
No.
Oh my goodness, you haven't typed the thing!
I'm pretty lazy. Okay, I guess if you're watching me.
I'm not. I'm really not. Okay, look. If we're gonna get...
Oh, hey, boss!
I cut down this many trees. I'm gonna show you how many trees I cut.
How many? Ow!
Do not type when I'm speaking to you.
Workman's comp! That's what I'm talking about. Now, Mr. Boss.
Okay, look here. Here. You have...
Hi!
I have had enough of your facial hair.
But we're loggers. You've got to have a beard.
All right, I'll allow it. I'm going to go back to my office, and when I come back, you have not typed up a formal log of all the logs we've logged. I am going to hog all of the logs.
Bye!
All right, you better start typing. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to turn around. Turn there! And I'm going to count to 3 on my fingers. And then I'm going to turn. Here I go. 1, 2, 3. And here I will turn around and you.
Ha ha!
Edward. Well, you know what happens here in the logging logs if you do not log the logs.
Yes.
You get flogged. I will get the flogger. And thou hast been flogged. You can stay down there as long as it takes. I want you to think about what you've done, and I will spank your scapula.
Oh! Well, you know...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that your skin was chafing. Poor Edward. Poor Edward.
Well, I wanted to make sure you can hear me when I say this.
I don't want to listen.
But you're the worst boss ever.
What?
I pledge allegiance to the flag!
Yes. Look.
Why are you hitting me?
I've had enough of this fighting. I give up. I praise the gods of logs.
I love you.
I love you.
And see!
It's been 10 times. Every beautiful thought's been racing.
Round of applause for our volunteers. If I can have this lovely couple here join us on stage, please. Put your phone down. Come on, both of you, come on up.
What?
Yeah, come on up. What? Like a parrot.
Pardon me, what?
You don't have to say a word, trust me.
Okay, good.
Go over there and talk to them. You stay with me, dude. So, tell the audience your name.
John.
John Hines. John Hines is here for a very, very special occasion. He's here because it is his anniversary. That's why he's here. So tell the audience how long you've been married.
8 years.
8 years. 8 wonderful years, right? Every one of them?
Yes.
How many kids you got?
2. 7. That's how you count.
Usually it's just 1 and 2. It's pretty easy. Okay, so tell us where you met.
Her accountant, my accountant office, my accountant's office.
Okay, are you sure? Okay, so you met in an accounting office, right? And then you met, you fell in love, you married. That's awesome. Where'd you go on your honeymoon?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Which hotel did you stay in? Do you remember?
It was,
Did you ask her?
yeah. No, it was a timeshare resort. So.
Okay, timeshare resort. Probably your accountant, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome. Well, so did you do any like highlights? Like did you like go to casinos? Did you gamble?
A little bit of gambling. Saw some shows.
What shows did you see?
Blue Man Resort.
Oh, Blue Man Group. That's awesome. That's awesome. You win much money?
She did.
She did. That's awesome.
I gave her a lot.
Oh, well, that's how it should be. It will be for the rest of your life. So that's fun. Anyway, that's great. That's all we need you for. We're going to let you sit down, and then we're going to show you the family slides from your trip. Okay? So awesome. Have a seat. Round of applause. So, now we're going to have our actors join us on stage. They're going to be performing the slideshows from their trip. Here we are, waking up first thing in the morning, preparing to go on our honeymoon. Here's 2.5 children waiting there. There they are. She got out of bed and it's a slideshow. It's not video. Okay, so now we arrived at the airport. Everyone's here at the airport. This is the husband and the ticket agent here. Their brother that came with them is trying to pick up somebody, but he's really into it. And their cousin is drinking on the way to the airport. That's awesome here at the airport. Okay, changing the next slide. Here we are arriving in Las Vegas. They've arrived at Caesar's Palace, where the waitress here is showing her tush to the couple, but they're unimpressed with it. While their brother, who came along on the trip, is challenging a midget to arm wrestling, and their other cousin is holding up a gay pride flag with a flamingo tucked under his arm.
Again?
Again. Okay, and here we are, going on. We're standing in line for tickets for the Blue Man Group. Very few people know what a line really is, but there they are standing in a line while the gay cousin is staring at the Blue Man Group, wishing he had Blue Man. And here we are, the cousin up here, this woman, she's actually one of the Blue Man Group people. She's playing the xylophone. And in back is a scalper trying to sell 2 tickets to them and not being very successful. So here we are during the Blue Man Group performance. You'll notice that our couple is still thinking it's video. One audience member next to the husband, next to David here, is surprised to see a Blue Man Group, and these other 2 individuals think they're actually in Circus Soleil, but they're not. And the wife, whose name was Sarah, is still just standing there pretty. Seems to be her thing. Okay, and here we are. Afterwards, they're in a bar. They end up in a bar that night. And Sarah's being hit on by a married man whose wife has joined them, while the gay brother Kris is presenting himself to the newlywed husband who's drunk and looks a bit interested. Okay, and here we are. We're back at the hotel now. They're walking into the lobby of the hotel. I caught this wonderful photograph of them. This is a really weird sex act happening in the middle of the lobby with a dead body and
How do you know that?
I'm making it up.
I don't think you did.
Here we are. Okay, we're moving right along to the night of the honeymoon.
Ooh.
Here we are. Sarah has brought with her the gay cousin and a video photographer, and she's in heat, which works well for the honeymoon. And her husband David is now checking out her boots, wishing he had worn them himself. And here we are, the final act of love. Taking place with a 2-point discount in the back, and the room service waitress holding a giant cake, and the husband making notes. This is probably the last time this will happen for months. And see.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary. Round of applause. Did we get it right? Perfect. Perfect. Awesome.
Alrighty, David and Kelsey on stage. That's correct. Kris, one of the K's. David and Kris will be performing a scene from an Oscar-winning movie. So let us come up with a title of a movie. Again, never been written before, but maybe something that you'd like to see portrayed before your very eyes.
Jada doesn't know.
Jada?
Jada.
Jada doesn't know.
I love the movies.
Oh, it scared the crap out of me. Jada doesn't know.
Jada.
The movie?
Jada.
Goes to The Dark Knight. Sean Penn. Slumdog Millionaire.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for coming out to the awards this evening. We're here to celebrate the Oscar-winning movie Jada Doesn't Know. We have scenes from this movie, and we'll get to see some of the Oscar-winning monologues from the movie Jada Doesn't Know. Brought to you by the award-winning actors David and Kris. Jada Doesn't Know.
I just don't have this one.
Jada.
I'm trying to figure out where this food goes. I didn't know.
Food goes on the buffet.
Oh. I wondered why this table was here.
I hired you as a server because of your endowments as a waitress.
Thank you.
That's quite impressive. I love the way you do that. Do you think that you've served people before?
I've tried. It's not my first job. I've done many.
Let's see that Oscar-winning moment.
I'm a lot smarter than I come off. I've done lots of jobs. I was an accountant, a molecular biologist. I was even a cosmonaut for a while. But men don't date smart girls. They don't date dumb girls with endowments. So I endowed myself. It was expensive, but molecular biologists can make money sometimes. I said sometimes. But what David doesn't know is that I'm actually here on a secret mission, and that his jig is up as that super ninja spy from Austria. David, I didn't know you ate this food.
Well, I love cucumbers and tomatoes and radishes and polenta.
I hope they're cut to your specifications.
They are. Each one is exactly 6 1/4 inches.
Wow, I got lucky then.
And maybe I'll get lucky later.
That's making me feel uncomfortable, David. I'm here as your food layer outer, not a leg layer outer.
But I knew the moment I met you, you would know what I meant by that. I saw it in your eyes. They were pretty.
Thank you.
Yes, I thought to myself at that very moment, I must have her.
Let's see that Oscar-winning moment.
I looked at him in her. I looked at her in her eyes. Each one green, one red. It was like a Christmas ornament. But I loved her. I knew from that very moment, the first time I saw her, that she was mine. I knew that she could arrange fruit like no other. She knew what should go first, the radishes or the cucumbers. She laid them out symmetrically, which to those who don't know that means, you know, in organized fashion. And she looked at me that night. She looked at me with a gleam in her eye. And with that gleam in her eye, she looked at me and she said, just in her eyes, she said, I love you. And I knew at that moment that I must have her, that I must take her. I must take her. I must take her.
Oh, I have something in my eye.
I must take you to the eye doctor.
It looks serious. Oh. Would you say it looks like Liechtenstein?
I doubt it. I can try. It looks like Lickinger.
You are from Austria. I knew it. Oh, you are that super ninja spy.
I am
Let's see that Oscar-winning moment.
I may not look like a ninja, but I have moves that would surprise even me. I have cat-like skills. I can scale mountains. I can climb small stools. I can do it with no help, no assistance. But there I was with my ninja training, and I knew that I must take on the Third Reich. And when I did that, I knew. Were they involved in World War II? Okay, I knew I could take them on. And I said to myself, I can liberate Germany. No, wait. I can liberate France and Great Britain. Because you see, they were being attacked by the Germans, so it wouldn't make sense to
Let's not see that Oscar-winning moment.
I see my stupid poison in the food has gotten to you now. Because you're stupid.
Let's see that Oscar-winning moment.
I knew the only way that I could make Relachflichting stupid is by, I didn't know he was coming with me. By putting it in his cucumber radish mixture that I put ever so symmetrically, which doesn't mean I put in a certain order necessarily.
Well, I'm stupid.
Your poison's going to eat your, what are you doing?
I have a leg cramp.
Let's see that Oscar-winning moment.